We've got another valuable member of the Studio One team, and we're here with John. And John, tell us a little bit what you do to help out the studio here.
Well, I guess you could say I wear many different hats here at the studio. I've started with Peter about 6 or 7 years ago. I actually started as an apprentice. So I worked my way up, and now I assist him on all his shoots for his lighting, video, many different things. And as the time has gone by, I've developed my own skills, and now I'm doing somewhat of product photography. So I specialize in product photography. I shoot a lot of liquids, things like that.
Okay. And so what we're trying to really get from everybody is, how did this become an inspiration for you in your life to follow this path?
I guess you could say that I started with, I actually saw a job interview with Peter Langone, it's about 7 years ago now, and I went to his house, and I basically wouldn't leave his house until he gave me the job.
So you just knocked on his door, you're like, here, I'm for the job?
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
So anyways, everything worked out, and here I am about 7 years later, still with Peter, and we've been working on a bunch of different things. Peter just shot a Coca-Cola big advertisement last week, and we have a movie we've been working on, and a couple other projects in the works, and it's really good.
Okay, so I think it shows to prove persistence can pay off in life. Correct?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, John, for taking your time out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Now we are here with Dean, who operates really something cool. You do the special effects here, correct?
Right, actually I do visual effects and
Okay.
computer graphics, and we're part of Splinter Studios, which is under the roof of Studione, and it's myself and Tony Forrest.
Tell me some of the stuff that you're currently working on right now.
Well, we do visual effects for feature films as well as for commercials and corporate videos and that sort of thing. And primarily what we're getting involved in is doing a lot of independent feature films here in South Florida.
Okay. Which I think is the big calling now too, is a lot of the independent features need people like you to come and work their magic in the film community here in Florida, which is cool. Now, what gave you the path in life to follow this dream here?
Well, I've just always had a passion for visual effects and doing things on the computer to affect images, and I spent most of my life in Hollywood, was in New Zealand for 10 years, and before I found myself in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well thank you for your time, Dean.
Sure.
I'm Angela here, and now we're going to talk to Tony, who happens to be working on a feature film, The Point Man, starring Ron Perlman, and we're going to talk to Tony now. There you are.
Yes.
You are currently working on The Point Man. What are you doing for us right now on your computer?
Right here, we started off with, we shot some footage on green screen, which is out in the studio there. And I then started building a set here in a program called Maya. And what it is it's a three-dimensional setup here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a room, and then we're going to place the actor in the room. So it's going to be it's kind of a virtual set with composited a live action or live person in there.
That's amazing. So you add all these specific details.
So these are all models. It's all modeled. Hold on, let me show you what it's going to do here. So this is what it looks like when we start rendering out, and this is basically that same room.
That we just saw before, okay.
That we saw before. Now we're getting texture in there. We're getting lighting.
Okay.
We're getting reflection, refraction. We've got different layers that go on top of this. So for instance, if we remove things here, you'll see that's our occlusion layer, what's called an occlusion layer. Basically this captures shadow and detail, and that gets blended in with this layer, which we would call a beauty pass.
Okay.
And it has all the colors and what we'd expect to see. And when you combine the two, and actually it'll be about 4 different layers. We'll have a
Okay.
specular layer, a beauty pass, occlusion. It all comes together, and that creates creates the realism in the.
That's, I mean, so how often do films use this kind of technology?
Quite often.
Really? And we just don't even realize it.
You don't
just is
realize
like,
it because this is meant to be invisible. So
Got it, okay.
you'll look at it and you won't even think twice about it. You'll think you're there.
That's amazing. So how long does it take for you to create a project like this?
It takes some time and some planning. One of the big sides of it is modeling out everything that needs to be in there, and then there's the textures. So it's hard to gauge
Okay.
a time on that. It depends on how detailed the project will be.
How did this become part of your life, doing something like this, working on this computer and doing all this effects?
Oh, I've been crazy about movies since I can remember, since I was a little kid, and have always been involved in art in some way,
Okay.
and I just kind of fell into this, and it was I used to watch all the movies with Ray Harryhausen, with the monsters walking around, and I figured when I knew that CG was coming, I knew that's something I wanted to be part of.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.